about I have one because it came with like a little McDonald's thing. That's it.
Yeah, mine had a sword and a red face, I think.
Well, all right, man. Episode 21 of Delayed Takes. I'm your host, Saint. Of course, you got the usual panel in here. You got Kiki the Don,
Yes,
Warwolf,
sir.
and
As we
J Money.
proceed to give you what you need, the prodigal Don has returned. I hope all you boys and girls have been drinking that hot cocoa because it's hot cocoa season.
But why you don't do that on
Come
your
on,
pod,
bro.
though?
That's next Saturday. Be on the lookout.
Nigga been MIA for a month, bro. You better be there next Saturday, man. People been wanting it.
I will definitely be on there next Saturday.
Oh, man. Shit, man. It's been a hot minute. Let me ask everybody, bro. What's y'all delayed takes, bro? I'm bringing it back. Gotta know, bro. What's y'all delayed takes?
I'm so tired of batch drops for shows.
Yeah.
What?
Of what?
For shows.
No. I don't like batch drops for any other app other than Netflix.
You said
That-
bats drops?
Yeah. Like basically he don't like it when a show like a show drops the whole season in one go.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Oh, episode dumping.
Well, I mean, shit. We gonna have a conversation in a second. Then, what's your delayed take, Kiki?
Like
I'm trying to see. I don't know if I really have. My delay take is that Costco pizza, the greatest, the best,
You are a menace, bro.
the best pizza, of all time.
Costco pizza.
Best pizza of all time, no cap.
Jesus, Warren, what's your delayed take?
That new modded Pokemon Legend of Zelda game is pretty weird. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So there's this game which I don't know when it was shown. It's probably at some like Xbox event or some PlayStation event, but it's basically Pokemon with guns. But it is
You go,
literally
what?
it is Pokemon with guns because the animals look like offshoots of Pokemon animals, but it is like a mod of Legend of Zelda because you start hearing like chimes straight out of Legend of Zelda. It's based off another game that I recently played, but it's literally what it is. It's Pokemon with guns, but in order to get the guns, you have to like do a whole bunch of crafting. So it's almost like a Minecraft. You build a community, you capture literally these Pokemons with Pokeballs. But it's not Pokemon, right? You capture these things with the Pokeballs. And if you are good, successful, you get them. If you're not, then it pops out. And you can use them as your like not I was gonna say slaves, but no, they're more like servants. You can use them to help build and farm and whatnot, mine. It is weird. It is weird.
What the fuck?
I need to look it up. I need to look it up. I think it's what's it called? Pal World or something? Let me see if I can find it.
I think my delayed take, bruh. Some of y'all don't need to be having mods, bruh. Why did I have to check the timeline and see a Wolverine mod? Oh, in Mortal Kombat. I'm like, that's cool. And then I just see Omni-Man's dick this all out, bruh. Like, no shirt, no pants, a cape, and this dick out. Like, come on, brother. Come on. What's wrong with y'all? Jesus. But let's circle back to what y'all are saying about these drops.
It's called Pal World, yeah. It's Pal World.
Pal World. Let's talk about these shows doing these crazy drops, bro. Because I said on Twitter, I've lost all interest really in Invincible. These dudes
I haven't
announced
finished
they
that season.
Bro, it's stupid. They literally just announced that they're about to have an announcement for a release date. Like, bro, what? What the fuck are we doing, bro? Like,
Invincible. Invincible shit.
What the fuck was that?
Like
that
on Titan.
Say that you're delayed. Say that one more time, bro. You might have to come back. Probably leave and join.
Are we coming in delayed?
I think we're delayed to him. I don't know if he's on his phone right now or his laptop. I know he had to switch.
He's on his laptop. I think.
But yeah, it's getting a lot out of hand with these streaming services, bro. Because like, why are y'all having an announcement of a release date of release dates of episodes are coming back? Like, that don't make sense to me, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, y'all dragging this out. Like, we waited like what 2-3 years for it to come back. This would only drop what 4 episodes?
Four. Yeah.
Yep.
What a joke, bro. And then, which we'll get into in a second, I saw Echo and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking it's a weekly thing, and everybody's like, oh no, they dropped all the episodes. I'm like, huh? What's going on, bro? Like, don't get me wrong, I do like dropping all the episodes, but that's kind of out of character when Disney Plus's platform has always been like, oh, a week-to-week basis. So it was like, okay, that's kind of a little shady. Why'd y'all do that? If that's what they're gonna do moving forward, that's fine too. But like, I feel like they're not doing that.
Because they didn't do this for Loki, they didn't do it with Secret Invasion. I think it would have been different if they made an announcement for it. But I think it was just the fact that they were just trying to get, like, if you ask me, I think they probably didn't have too much faith in Echo. So
that's one reason I'm hearing things that they don't think it's gonna be profitable. They just send it all out.
I don't know. It's just weird, bro. Like, you have Netflix that drags their stuff out. Like, Stranger Things is taking so long. It's like these niggas is grown as adults now, bro. Like,
Yep.
I don't get what's going on with these services. And then you got them going, oh, each service like, oh, we're gonna add a version on there where there's ads on there. Nigga, the whole point we went to streaming service so we don't become cable at this point. We shouldn't be having ads, bro, unless it's like a live televised thing where you're watching, let's say, a wrestling pay-per-view, or you're watching Friday Night Football, or was it Thursday Night Football for them on Amazon? I don't know what day it is, but I know they do that. They do that on there. HBO's doing NBA games. It's like, I can understand stuff like that, but if you're just talking about a show that's literally like for that service, I have to subscribe to your service to watch that. Why am I having to pay for ads, bro? Like, Amazon getting out of hand with that shit. They talking about they gonna add ads in there and stuff, and oh, if you don't want to have ads, you got to pay extra for that. Like, bro, we already paying like $17 for your shit, bro. Like, this is getting out of hand, bro. Like,
that's why people are gonna start jumping into piracy.
they're already doing it.
they already.
Well,
doing it.
no,
Look,
they're gonna do
it's
it. They're
some
gonna
people
do it. They're gonna do it in there's gonna be more people going to different websites that just
There's some people
upload the
that's been
content.
doing it since there's some people that's been doing that shit for a long ass time. If I'm being honest with you, it's just now.
Yeah, it's been around for
It's just now.
decades.
It's just now. Pirating has probably become a lot more acceptable because you got all these people charging all these high. Well, not they ain't high, but they're a little bit. It's a little bit pricey. It's a little pricey. Okay.
Yeah. There's a YouTube guy that is he's been going at big companies doing all these like shady businesses that make the customer like less inclined to continue working with them or paying for their services. And he's been saying that, piracy is okay if you feel like you're getting dicked around by a company because you're paying all this money per month. There's nothing wrong finding either a cheaper or a free alternative to get the thing that you want through that.
hey, I just want to
Company.
point out that is Wolf's beliefs. I don't believe in piracy.
We do not support piracy, but we understand it.
I just want to put that out there. Allegedly. But shit, we can get into it until J Money gets back. Echo, has anybody seen it? 'Cause I know J Money did, but did you guys see it?
Nope.
Nah, bro, I've been watching that Percy Jackson.
Dang, so all y'all on the same boat here with me. Like, just Disney Plus is not cutting it for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I
The
don't know
my
what
bill
I
was
don't
checked
I,
out.
I don't know. I think it's because it was so many shows like dropping at once. I kind of feel like I done got like show fatigue now too. Like
Show
it's
fatigue.
it's either show fatigue or I'm just not interested in watching the show. Now Echo, I will. The thing about Echo is just based off from what I've been seeing just online. All they really been talking about is that one Daredevil scene and Kingpin. They ain't been talking about nothing else.
Yeah, I'm
So it's
seeing that
like,
too. It's just
is it is it
the
is it
two
one of the
things that were just the highlight of the entire series and
like
nothing in
so yeah,
between.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, do I really want to watch this show because I'm interested in it, or do I want to watch this show just because of those two people? It would be like, and one of them is just in like a one little scene, and that's it.
Yep.
My thing is, y'all know how I've been saying about MCU, and they've been doing nothing special with like Loki was like an anomaly. That was like okay,
Literally.
they had something there. But everything else has just been the same formula and like very just generic. Like it's not pushing the needle in anything. And of course, I waited on the timeline. I see my Mewtwo's all saying the same thing. Like, yeah, bro, it's got the same issues here. It bad writing. And quite frankly, they keep messing up a lot of legacy characters. And I've seen other reviews of it too, where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know about this, Chief. I don't know if I can want to invest myself spending money on this platform when like it's just been mediocre, bro. Like I don't know, I'm gonna be mad afterwards. But one thing I will say, I give them credit is that Echo has actually helped the ratings for all of the old Netflix shows to the point where they had to make that shit canon, and they officially announced that it's canon. Like I don't know why they kept like avoiding it and like being like, oh no, it's not canon. It's like its own universe, but it is, and like they just kept going back and forth with it. But I do like that they now definitively said it's canon. It's kind of just gonna be its own, not its own thing, but part of the whole MCU as far as like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all that. Oh, J Money dipped off, but if he comes back in and gets it situated, he will have his review because he watched it. But how do y'all feel though about this whole Daredevil situation with the reboot that they're doing? Since they're about to restart the whole thing and like restart filming in about a week or so, I think.
So the third movie is being rewritten.
No, the show.
The show.
Oh, a dare. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking of Deadpool. Okay, the Daredevil reboot.
Born Again, yeah, Daredevil Born Again. So originally Daredevil wasn't even gonna be wearing the suit and all that. It was just they was just fucking up. I don't know what writers they had, but they got him the fuck up out of there. And I do like Vincent D'Onofrio, actor that plays Kingpin. He's been very vocal because he's also part of the writers with it too. Like he helps write and produce the Daredevil show. So he's been transparent about what that they're fixing everything up. And he's also one of the guys that did break kind of the news that it's officially canon now. Like all the events that took place in the Daredevil show is straight connected, like not no soft reboot like they originally were doing. And side note, it's kind of funny that some of the actors wasn't coming back. Like the Vanessa actor, she's not coming back. I think she's on a different show or something. I'm not sure. But people were wondering why it was a different Vanessa when it came to I guess he's in Echo. I'm not sure. But It also broke that like Foggy and Karen after everybody's been like, bro, bring them back, because apparently they were gonna kill them off in the original script, but
which would have been so fucking dumb.
really dumb. But that's really good that they're coming back. So it seems like it's moving in a positive direction. But the only thing that's a red flag that me and Kiki definitely complain about is that I get they were originally going to do 26 episodes, but apparently that's no longer a thing anymore. It could be a short seasons again, bro. And I swear, if they do another 5 or 6 episode
They are.
thing, bro,
Their budget is too. Their budget is way too much for them to handle. Like, oh, if you're going over 130 million for fucking 6 episodes, there is something that shouldn't be
Thing
there.
is, I don't
There's
want it
something
to
that
be
shouldn't be
6.
there.
I don't want it to be 6 when Netflix had 13, like for each season. Like, don't like.
it should
Don't
be
let
12 minimum.
Don't
Like,
let Netflix outdo y'all, and y'all have a way bigger budget than Netflix.
way bigger budget. There's no excuse for it. Be quite honest. 12 episodes max.
That's like an anime though. That's a typical anime.
That's what I'm saying. But doing
Yeah.
But
6
the episodes are
episodes and
short.
5 episodes.
They
I'm
like to
not
make the
saying
episodes short.
they don't need to be an hour long, but minimum, let's do 40 minutes. 40 minutes, not this a 30-minute on. No, I hate when they do this. They do 2 episode premiere, and it'd be like an hour for each one, or an hour the first one and 30 minutes the next one. Like, no, brother, keep them relatively the same amount of time. And don't do this shit where they, what Lassos did, where they did was it 30 minutes the last episode, or like 40 minutes? It was some dumb shit. Like, I hate when shows do that.
It wasn't an hour, I can tell you that much. Every episode, for the most part, was an hour, but that last one.
Sounds like they ran out of ideas to write. Because typically, what
It ain't
you
like-
write
it ain't
is
like they
how
had
much
no-
it translates on like paper. So if you write 7 pages worth of content, then it's roughly going to be 7 minutes. So it could be that the writers just don't know what to fucking write.
No, I just think that they tried to rush and finish up that first season. The first season is essentially the first game.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in that second season, especially the Abby actress. Put on some creatine.
Shit, I guess we can get into that then. If y'all don't have any more comments on the situation. Yeah. Last of Us, we did have the confirmation on the Abby actor, which we did break on the pod. We did talk about that. Good journalism there. Caitlin Denver is officially confirmed now to be part of the HBO show as Abby. They also confirmed Jesse, which is gonna be plot. Oh no, not that Jesse. Yeah, Jesse from Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be played by if you watch Beef on Netflix, the younger brother, that's the actor that's gonna be playing him. Young Mazzino, I think that's how you say his name. I'm not sure. This is a fancy ass name. When I seen it, I'm just like, what the fuck? They got Dina officially cast as well. I haven't seen any of her work, but it's just kind of funny, bro. I've been seeing the community kind of just going crazy, and I'm like, just like, nah, bruh, nah. I'm like, you want me to believe the no offense, bruh. Bailey Ramsey she's a good actor. She can act, but ain't no way in hell she pulling that actor, bruh. To pulling that Dina, like I can't believe that mug. Like they gonna have to really do some shit with the makeup and stuff, because this hair tied behind her back and stuff, and got that Megamon forehead popping, bro. They're going to do something about that shit, bro, because that shit look crazy. Like, I ain't trying to roast, but like they gotta do something about that Megamon dome, bro.
I hope
better actress, better looking.
I mean, because it depends. Like, are they gonna do? Because there is a time skip in between 1 and 2. So are they gonna? So with this season, we focused on the time skip, or would it be strictly focused
Oh, so now it's gonna just be
on
TV.
last on like, or would it focus on like Last of Us like 2 the game? Because like that's a big thing. That's a big
I want to lower
thing.
your expectations, brother. They might show, of course, stuff we haven't seen in the game, but like you're
Yeah,
not
they're gonna
getting
throw in
No,
some
which
like
is fine.
you're more
I would
TV
want them to do that.
storytelling instead of like
I will
game.
I would want them to do that though. That's the thing.
what you're asking for is a whole period
I'm just
that happened
asking.
in part one because
No, I'm
we're
just
not getting
asking.
that.
Is that what like is that what they're doing? If they're
I'm
not
telling you,
doing,
brother, we're not getting that.
I mean,
No,
if we're not getting that, then yeah, then they definitely need to like. I'm not saying they need to find a new actress for Ellie. I'm not saying that, but they definitely need to
I am.
like the makeup and stuff needs to like be age like to make her look more age appropriate in that
And,
time.
and keep in mind, Bella Ramsey is already started like training, but she's small as shit, bro. Like they fucking up, bro.
There's
They
no
should have
way.
just they should have just did what HBO did with House of Dragon. They aged up the actors and switched them out. Like, of course they can have flashbacks and bring them back, but for the most part, like they switched each actor for each age period of the main character. I can't think of her name right now, bro.
I know what
But
you're talking. I know her
you know what
face.
I'm talking about. You see, if
Yeah.
you've seen House of Dragon, you know what I'm talking about. It's been years since I watched that mug. Like, bro, I can't wait for that. But yeah, I just feel like they should have just switched the actors out because the Bella Ramsey doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Because Ellie's basically a fucking grown ass woman, bro. In part two compared to one,
She
like
seems
she was
like in her 20s.
like she was a teenager in part one, and in part two she's what 19 or in her 20s.
Young adult.
Yeah, young adult pretty much, and she's ripped. By the time, because there's another time skip at the end of the game where she's fucking ripped, bro. Like I'm talking about this tank top, just swole. And I don't see Bella Ramsey doing that, bro. The way they budget is because you see that, what's his name? What's not Neil Druckmann, but with the director, bro. The writer of Last of Us. What is his name, bro? Um, Craig Mazin. That's him. Um, which he's good at adapting stuff, but it's clear as day that what he does with a budget, and I swear, bro, if he does this again, where he blows the budget on the set, that is important, right? But nigga, cut some of that budget and put that into the actors and getting them bulked up and shit, bro. Because for sure, Bella's just not, to me, she's not the right fit as far as the Ellie. And Caitlin Denver, it's funny as hell. She tried to play Ellie in the original Last of Us when it was a movie. Because it was a movie originally before they changed it into a game back in what 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Damn.
that's kind of funny as hell that she's now gonna be playing Abby, but she's small as shit too. Like she's gonna have to bulk up, bro. Like if they wanted to be believable, because I'm lowering the expectations. It's not gonna be nowhere near how swole Abby is in the game. Like that shit is
Oh
just
no,
she
that's
bigger than
ridiculous.
Triple H, bro. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like that's yeah.
But if
But
you want to, no, say what you're gonna say.
she at least like she don't got like we all know she's not gonna be as big as she is in the game. Like that's too like that's just unrealistic at that point. But it needs to be like swole to the point where it's like to where it's believable to the point where like I guess you could say like swole to the point where it's not to the point where like how it is in the game where no like there's like literally like Ellie you should be like dead. Like it needs to at least be like believable to the point where okay like you can have it to where it can kind of somewhat go either or between the two.
Yeah, like they should just take like a realistic approach. Like I don't know. Like there's a lot of shows where people just spoke up for and they get like real swole. Or even like what's the actor's name from The Bear? Like Jeremy Allen or something like
Oh,
that.
the bear. Is that cooking show?
Yeah, that cooking show that
Yeah,
gave
the
a
guy that
comedy
almost looks
award.
like Wonka.
He kind of does, huh?
He
He kind of
does.
does look like Timothy. Yeah, but that dude he bulked up for Iron Claw. You know the Von Erich's
Yeah, his name
wrestlers.
is Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, Jeremy Allen White, and he bulked up. and I know that probably took a lot, but it's relatively around the same time frame you would do a show per se, something like this, because it's not like no sitcom or anything like that. That's Last of Us is like a whole production, like how Game of Thrones is a whole production. You know what I mean? Like that's something they put in a hot minute for it, and HBO got the money. There's no excuse for it. Like, yeah, WB might be going bankrupt. Maybe there's a chance, but they still got money, bro. Like this, y'all not fooling nobody. Like, do this shit the right way, bro. And we already know, like Pedro Pascal, his schedule's kind of fucked. I'm not gonna lie. Like he just dropped a whole film project just to fit into the Marvel Fantastic Four, because you know he's gonna be Mr. Fantastic, and I wonder how that's gonna affect this, because are they gonna do the flashbacks before, or have they already? Because I don't think they filmed anything. I don't think they filmed anything extra when it came to Last of Us, like season 1. I don't think they did. But it makes me wonder, like, how that's gonna work. Like, are they gonna go like the game approach and kill him off the first episode, or they? Well, spoiler if you haven't seen it, but
They
play the game.
fucking
But
better.
yeah, I wonder how they're gonna approach that. That's gonna be very interesting. But
Because
side
wasn't
note,
killing Joe not
mhm,
going to be the original plan when they were making part 2?
I wish I could tell you that, because they
Wasn't
lied.
like behind the
Naughty
scenes or
Dog,
something?
Naughty Dog, of course, some liars. I hate these guys. Fuck them dudes. Fuck Neil Druckmann. They were supposed to drop a document because you know the Last of Us Part 2 remaster dropped,
Mhm.
and they announced on YouTube, oh yeah, we're having a documentary that we had filmed during the making of this game, like the original game, not the remaster. But they never dropped it. It
I
was
remember
supposed to
seeing
drop
some
with the game.
snippet.
And they
Maybe
showed
it
a
was, maybe it was
trailer
a
and
trailer.
everything,
Yeah, it was probably a trailer.
and the documentary hasn't dropped as of right now. As we're recording this on a Sunday, January 21st, it hasn't dropped. I haven't got a notification for it. I haven't seen nothing on the timeline for it, and I'm on their page right now, brother. They have not dropped shit. The last thing they posted was 3 days ago, the descriptive audio of the game trailer. So I can't confirm to you, brother, because the way that trailer played, it made it seem like they right off rip was like, "Hey," I think it was Neil that said the idea of it. I'm not sure, but somebody said the idea was kill Joel off, and everybody was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." It's gonna make some people mad, but let's do it.
Yeah, I feel like the way it sounded, like they did that out of spite. It
I
didn't
don't
sound
know.
genuine. Well, because like
I wouldn't say spite.
I don't remember all of it. 'Cause I remember just scrolling and I see like this, and I watched it for like a couple seconds before I moved on. But it just sounded like it wasn't thought out. It sounded like it was impromptu, and everyone agreed, and they just did it. That's what it came off to me. I'll have to see the trailer again to make sure I'm not tripping.
I wouldn't say spite is the word. I would say they kind of was doing it for controversy. Like, you know how like Modern Warfare 2, they were spitting ideas and they were like, "Hey, what if we do this thing where you go in no Russian and you just shooting a bunch of civilians?" You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those. Like, I think it was one of those situations where the trailer paints it like they did it for controversy. More eyes on the product. You know what I mean? To start the conversations. But I don't know. It's kind of it's a lot of layers to it too. Because I mean, like I've been saying for years, not only on this YouTube page, Delay Productions, but forever, even on Twitter, I've always said Joe was a piece of shit too, though. Like, he was a scumbag. He was a scumbag before, the first the breakout and everything. The world ended and goes into an apocalypse. He was a scumbag before and even afterwards. And the dude killed everybody in that hospital pretty much.
I
And
I remember
you know
reading
what I
that
mean?
those operators didn't even know if this would work. They were just gonna just see if find out later if it was
Yeah, because
successful or
apparently
not.
Ellie wasn't the first person that like wasn't like
Yeah,
that.
so
They tried it on others and it didn't
both
work.
of them were all in the wrong.
Well, that's a lie and not a lie too. It's complicated, but
Yeah, it
the
sounds
this
complicated.
this to sum it up, they even said it in the show and they said it in the game that the doctor and Marlene talked about it. Like, you don't even know if this procedure is gonna work.
Yeah,
And
like you don't.
you don't, and they didn't they weren't transparent with Ellie or anybody. They just sedated her or whatever,
They
and
just kidnapped her.
For
basically
real,
kidnapped her. And
kidnapped.
I get it from Joe's perspective. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, you're not doing this. They're both in the wrong. Keep in mind, the doctor's in the wrong, Joe's in the wrong. They really both should have just talked and be like, "Hey, let's talk to Ellie. Let her know what the situation is, and that's her choice." But doctor's thinking, "Oh, to save mankind." I understand that, but it's like at the same time, you don't even know if this will work. But I get it because that's your last hope of saving humanity. And Joe
Yeah,
kind of
it's like it's like both sides is pretty desperate. Like you can see it from both people's perspectives.
and then you also forget that like that doctor had a family too, his daughter. So even if you take that element out of the humanity side of it, you still got a whole family where like if the roles were reversed, you know what I mean? Like let's say it was
Abby's
I,
skull cracked open by a fucking nine.
I'm just saying like if it was roles reversed and Joe found that out and Ellie, no, you know what I mean? Like Ellie got killed or whatever,
Yeah.
and was a doctor, you know what I mean? The switching the roles, switching them in places. Joe's gonna go over there and do the same thing Abby did, bro. Beat somebody with a fucking golf club. But hey, we'll see how they play that out. That would be pretty fucking interesting if they. I don't want them to change it. I would hope they would go episode 1 and do that exact same thing, but as a writing standpoint, it's pretty weak. Like they should have built that up. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of things where like people are hoping, oh, let's see what happened in between part 1 and part 2 because that's a huge time skip. But they're not gonna do that, and I would just like lower your expectations on that. But who knows? I could be wrong. It's just speculation. But shit. Kiki, break this Mortal Kombat news down that just broke like an hour or two ago.
Okay, so let me go to the post right quick. Okay, so an hour ago, that they apparently Mortal Kombat 2. So for those who don't know, I think when did the first one come out? Like
2020 because it was
20.
during the lockdown. It was during the lockdown. Remember, it was
2020.
on HBO Max. Or
Okay,
yeah,
so,
when it was
yeah, so
Oh,
to
the
give context,
movie.
yeah. So to give context, in 2020, they dropped a Mortal Kombat movie, and me saying and some of my other friends from a PlayStation party, we did a we party watched that mud, and
atrocious.
uh, the references and little fan service things, okay, that was nice, but overall the
The
movie,
fight scene, the choreography was good. That's a 10. I can't even lie. But
yeah.
other than that,
But other than that, quality wise, movie was garbage. So, but I guess it did so good that HBO Max decided, well, not HBO, but Warner Brothers decided to do a sequel. So now they said that it's wrapped up filming. So, um, so now we got some new people. Like Jay's gonna be in it. Katana, Quan Chi, um,
Chainsaw.
Sindel, Johnny Cage, of course, we already knew that from the end of the first one. King Gerard, I don't know if is he in a Mortal Kombat game.
yeah,
I've
King
never heard
Gerard.
of that name.
Well, you didn't play that. You didn't play Inkpay 1, or
No.
any of the that
No.
that's Ermac
Okay.
technically.
Er, er.
Technically, the
So
vessel. Yeah,
okay. So now we've gotten some because the first one didn't really. I'm not gonna say it didn't have Mortal Kombat characters, but you could tell that roster was kind of small, and there were certain
Yep.
characters that should have been there that weren't there. So now that we have a better roster of people, do you think that the sequel is going to be better?
It depends if they take the criticisms of the first movie and apply it to the second one. Because obviously the first one sucked, but it did financially. It worked out in the end. So they gotta take those errors, fix them in the second movie, and if it's good, it will get its money. As long as, like I said, as long as they didn't keep the errors going of that first movie, they should be fine.
I don't know, bruh. Like,
Like
listen, you got
I'm real skeptical about it, to tell you the truth.
bro, they got Carl Urban, Butcher from the Boys as Johnny Cage. I'm like, what the fuck
Wait,
kind of
what?
casting
Hold
is
up.
that? Oh, you didn't know
Oh,
that?
what?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Butcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
I sent it in the delayed team chat, like the
Uh,
chat. So.
Yeah, they announced that a while back, and then like his first picture,
why
they
does all
showed that
your
off.
shit fucking links? I don't understand how that keeps. I'm just rambling.
Yeah, Twitter's been weird. I don't know what's going on with that link stuff, but yeah, they had Ben showed off the belt and everything, and I was like, that shit kind of looked like you get that shit at Party City, bro, like the cheap one, little $5.
It's not a good camera quality.
It's not the
Jeez.
camera quality. It's just that shit look cheap.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it does. It doesn't look flashy. It just looks like a belt buckle you can probably buy at Walmart.
I don't know about this, bro. Like, it's getting me like really, really bad vibes, bro. Like, keep in mind, like, I already hated that first movie, and I refuse to like watch it again. But I don't know, bro. Like, that is just it's blowing me, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, they got to really step it up story wise, and I get it. Mortal Kombat has always been like lore heavy. The story has never been like good. If we're being real, the lore has been like excellent, but the story and the writing it's not all that. But I
They're
would
gonna
like them
cast
to do better.
51-year-old man to play Johnny Cage.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Johnny Cage should be at least like 27. Well, how old is Sonya? Hold up.
Yeah, that's a good question. Hold on.
Who plays Sonya in fucking modern? I almost said Modern Combat. Mortal Kombat.
Let's see, bro. Let's actually look this up.
Let's see. Mortal Kombat. I can't type. Let's see. Your soul is mine. Oh, it's gonna be 2021. Shit. Let me put that in. Jessica McNing.
Yeah, I'm seeing her.
She's 35.
Yeah,
That would
35.
make sense. Johnny.
But why is Johnny
Why is Johnny that old? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
They should have did a MK. Well, actually, when was this being produced? Like, when was this in production? You know that, Kiki?
What'd you say?
Wait, hold on. Let's finish rapping. So this movie has probably been in production maybe late 2022 or early 2023.
It was 2023. It was 23. Remember, they started filming on it, whatever, and like working on it, but then actor strike and all that shit, so that pushed everything back. And then, of course, when the actor strike ended, that rushed everything. Like all the stuff they already had, they were already filming and stuff and doing. They either scrapped everything, like probably script wise, and redid it, or if they were already filming like this and Deadpool 3, they just went straight back to filming and rewrites as they can. And that's something with this. We know they're gonna rush it out because for one, it's gonna drop on HBO. They still haven't dropped that thing where like they're gonna release in theaters and then on like Max like a month later. I think that's what they're doing now. It used to be like day and date, like they would drop it in theaters and Max at the same time. But I think for this, they're probably gonna do a month later. but I don't know because you have Peacock as well. They dropped what was that, Friday Nights at Freddy, and that did extremely well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things that we'll see, and I feel like people aren't gonna spend their money for because like, bro, that movie was bare minimum, and I remember it got shitted on, bro. It got shitted on because it was bad.
Five Nights.
No, Mortal Kombat. Like
Oh yeah.
they shitted on it. Like everybody said the same thing. Like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, good, but this Cole character where his literal ability is plot armor, and it's like I'm not over that. Like, nah. And he's in too. Like I'm looking at the cast, and he's in too, and that is a prime reason where I'm like, I'm not going to the theater and buying popcorn and watch this. Like absolutely fucking not. Not even as a joke, brother. I'm not. I can do that with Fast and Furious. It's like I've watched all the other movies, and this is
At
like,
least with Fast and the
finish
Furious,
that.
you're gonna be entertained. Like,
yeah, like you're gonna be entertained about this dumb shit. This I'm not even entertained at this point.
Yeah, this
like they killed the entire like Earth realm in the first movie, bro. And keep in mind that movie's short, bro. Like, let me look at the time, bro, because that movie was short as fuck, bro.
I don't know.
An hour and 50 minutes. An hour and 50 minutes. And I want to preface.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
But one, the casting is not bad. The casting is probably on point. I can say that. I can say it's on point.
Yeah.
It's just the writing in the co-character is just absolutely atrocious. If they go with that same approach with this movie, bro, count me the fuck out, bro. And I'll just wait on Max, and if they're having a watch party, we'll do it. Otherwise, I'm not going out my way to watch this movie. Absolutely fucking not. And it's WB.
Always say we shall see. Yeah, see if they because one, the red flag I'm seeing is the wrong Johnny Cage. There's probably thousands of people that look like a Johnny Cage and can act like a Johnny Cage. This guy, no, I just don't see it. Yeah, Johnny Cage is supposed to be a celebrity, like actor and model. This guy doesn't have the flashiness of Johnny Cage. This is a weird casting. It's weird casting choice.
I don't know, like, and I can't say he's flashy, but like the way he is in The Boys and the way he carries himself in like other like projects, like he has a charisma per se, but it's like the age difference and like the scruffiness too. I'm just like, I don't know how that's gonna work because I know he didn't shave his beard, bro. I doubt he shaved his beard.
That's gonna look interesting. Johnny Cage with a beard.
And if he does shave his beard, you gonna know this nigga old as hell.
Literally.
I don't know, dog. God. I could be nitpicking, but like I don't know. Like I would have been way more happier with like
reasonable nitpick.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, because the Miz wanted to do it. I wouldn't have been mad at that because I'm like that literally matches like the cockiness Hollywood attitude
character.
Like I don't know. We'll see. But shit, I don't know if you saw this random rumor, or it's not even a rumor at this point. This is so weird and bizarre. I don't know who interviewed James McAvoy and asked him about this. I forgot. I had saw this randomly, but somebody asked him about returning as Professor X in the MCU, and his response was so fucking weird, bro. And I don't mean to cuss, but it was just so weird. He was just like, they haven't asked me to come, but to come to the MCU. But if they did, it was like, I can't answer that. I'm like, huh? Like, what? Like, they didn't ask you about it, but like
to me,
if they did, I can't talk about it.
To me, it sounds like they probably did. Because that answer,
but he spilled the beans himself. It was like, brother man, you didn't have to say that statement. Like
it's how he worded it. If all you have to do is say, if they did, I'll be down for it. Or I don't know if I would come back if they ask. Like,
and he just like was like, nah, I can't answer that. Like, bro, what? So I guess we see him in Deadpool 3. That might be it. I have no idea what he would appear in, but. This pretty weird ass rumor. I guess we could go ahead and talk about these announcements that happened down. We'll just run this down in the what's it called, or timestamps. It's just a random announcements. Uh, First one, bruh. Sony officially confirmed at a it was like a press conference they had of the Venom 3 logo. They announced that God of War is going to Amazon, and yes, it's gonna be based on the reboot, the soft reboot, God of War on PS4. Not the original trilogy, sadly.
Or
No casting, of course. They also confirmed the Horizon Zero Dawn show, which I don't think that's gonna do good, but I could be wrong. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna hit the mainstream like they wanted to, like the
nah.
non
Mm,
gamers.
yeah.
Um, we already talked about the Daredevil stuff. Oh, Matt Smith, that plays Damon in House of Dragon. He said that it should be premiering in August of this year, 2024. Not confirmed by HBO or anything, but the actor said it, so I'm like, could possibly be true. I don't know why he said it, but that hey, it is what it is. Um, the Godzilla Kong release date got moved to March 29th. Like, it got moved up. So that shows they're confident in that movie. Side note, I did watch Godzilla -1. Damn, I wish J Money was in here to talk about it, but yeah, them boys are right. That after our last episode, I might have to put that at either one or number two, bro. Like, it low key might be better than Oppenheimer. Like, it's crazy to say that, and I rewatched Oppenheimer, but
Because
like,
of Oppenheimer, there was a Godzilla.
technically, yeah. But great movie. I do recommend go watching it. 10 out of 10. And I will be going to the re-release on, I think it's the 26th. I'll try to
The
see,
minus
because
color.
yeah, the minus color, that's gonna be out for a week till like February. I don't know the exact date, but it said like the first week of February is when they're doing it. Keep in mind, this film was only supposed to be out for like a couple weeks,
Mm,
and it lasted for like 2 months, about to be 3 months, which is fantastic and well deserved. Great movie, score was amazing, and I can't wait for them to do some more stuff with that Godzilla property, because damn, like, it's really good. It's to the point where I don't know if I'm gonna really enjoy. Well, I'm gonna enjoy Godzilla X Con, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it as the same as this, because like, that's a tough movie to like beat out, bro. Like that's how good it is. Um,
yeah, because Godzilla Kong is just going to be an action film co-op, like a two monsters going against one monster. It's not meant to be like straight horror, like Dread. I don't think there's gonna be any like Dread like -1, because that's just like helplessness. This monster tearing up shit, and then you get Godzilla and Kong, and it's like bro with bro fighting their foe. So it's gonna have a totally different feeling. Might be a
yeah,
cool action
definitely.
film with monsters.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's an action film, and Godzilla Minus was like straight, like, it had action, but it's full on story, like
Yeah.
story driven. Another announcement, we had Tom Cruise just officially signed a new deal with WB to get his own original franchise movies, and he's got his own office on the WB lot with his production team as well. So like, it's gonna be a full on thing, and it could do good. I hope it's not a Mummy situation where I don't know why his agent even signed off on that one, but hopefully this turns out really good. And I mean, Tom Cruise is nowhere near done. Like, he's still got a lot in the engine, bro. He's got a lot in the tank, so it's gonna be cool what he does with that. Ahsoka's got a renewed for season 2 officially. That's got green lit. Yeah.
I
Did
don't really know
anybody?
how I feel about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I got mixed feels, because it's like Balin is, the actor, he passed away, and I don't know how they go from there. And I don't know, like, I we know that'll be our last topic, the Star Wars situation, but it's one of those wait and see moments, because I like Ahsoka. I think like I still think it's better than Mandalorian. I'm not gonna lie. simply just because it's just one season. And Mandalorian dragged out the 3 season when that's really should have been just a 1 to 2 season thing. And of course, people are gonna say, "Oh, you're crazy," but and they said I was crazy when I was saying it. But I'm like, I mean, look at how
Now
people
people starting.
receive. Yeah, they're starting to shit on season 3, bro. Like they hate it for the most part. Not the hardcores, but like, I'll say 40% of people on social media, I'll say that they really been shitting on it. And even like my our mutual was like Wonton from Movie Guys podcast, he did not fuck with that season, bro. But we'll see. Last thing we can talk about before we get to the last topic. Did y'all see the new Walking Dead trailer? And I am talking about Walking Dead Ones Who Live, you know, the Michonne and Rick show, which originally was supposed to be a movie. And I was wondering what the fuck happened to that movie, but it's a show. How y'all feel about it, man?
If it's a show, I think that allows a lot of leeway for them. So I think they kind of went with the better decision to make it a show. My only thing is I don't want this show, in my honest opinion, probably needs to be about 4 seasons max.
Oh Jesus, 4 seasons?
The reason why I say 4 is because I don't want it to be a Walking Dead situation. The original one, for as great and as good as it is, I don't want it to, like, you know, towards those later seasons, it was starting to drag on, and I don't really want that. I don't want people to just do that with this show, especially seeing as how the only selling point that we know of right now is just Rick and Michonne, you know?
Hey, listen, bro. I was thinking 1 or 2, but after hearing you saying that, I'm not gonna lie. Because there's one big thing that I forgot to say while bringing up this trailer. This shit did like 3 mil in views on just Twitter alone within like less than 24 hours. I think in like 2 days it was at like 6 mil, and I'm not including the numbers from YouTube. So it's like people were saying it, even I was saying it. I admit I'm wrong here. I was thinking Walking Dead is done for, like it's dead as a franchise. We were sadly mistaken. When you bring Rick and Michonne, the 2 goats of it, because that's really been the issue if you really think about it.
No, it is because no, it is because like once they got rid of Rick, well, not in quotation marks, like
Rick and Carl,
yeah, Rick and Carl, the shoot, like, because especially I know a lot of people, especially the ones that's actually read the comics and stuff, niggas just didn't watch it at that point no more because it's like y'all going too far off from the source material at that point. And then even if you hadn't read the comics, I think Carl just became like, Carl was like, he was up there for people as like a fan favorite. So the fact that they killed off a fan favorite,
and the one that tells the story of the Walking Dead, it tells his father's story, is Carl. So it was just like you alienated the whole.
And then it's like y'all get rid of Rick. Y'all get rid of Rick. It just killed killed off any momentum that y'all had for those remaining seasons. But now, obviously, that momentum is going to come back.
It's back because they did that amount of views, and it may not translate for cable, or I don't know if AMC has a streaming service. We'll see how that works, right? How does that translate? Because social media numbers is still different than, you know, ratings on a show. So I don't know. We'll see, but it looks hopeful for them. And fuck it, if they do the writing well, and they got the goat back, I see no reason why to just let the shit keep going, bro. If it's a good show and good product. But you know, the main issue with Walking Dead wasn't even just killing off the characters and stuff. It was they started doing stuff for shock value where they did try to kill people to, like in a dramatic way every week, and it killed the suspense. And then you had directors and writers switching out damn near every season. And that you can see the tone shift where they started doing, like, you remember there was a whole filler episodes in the prison arc where we just didn't even see Rick and a lot of these other characters. Like that was like the main issue. If they cut that filler stuff out, they'll be all right. I think you'd be good. I'll check it out because that I'm not gonna lie, the one with Norman Reedus character, Daryl,
Mm-hmm.
his little show, him being in France, I was just like that's a no for me, dog. I'm like, that don't even make sense to me. Why is this nigga in France? Like, what the fuck? What did I miss? Like, I haven't watched the show since Rick left the show. Like a little bit after that, I tried to watch like episode on Netflix, and they started bringing like characters from the comics, and I was just like, it's a little too late for that. Like, I just
Yeah.
dropped the show, so I don't know what the hell happened to where Daryl's all in France. I don't know how that makes sense to me, but maybe somebody in the comment section or something, or maybe somebody on Twitter, YouTube can let me know. But shit, let's
Trailer
get
looks
into
like
this.
a damn movie.
It does.
Well, yeah,
It
yeah. Because remember, it's like what Saint said. Originally, it was supposed to be like
was
3
supposed to be a
movies.
movie. Yeah, 3 movies. That's exactly what it was. They announced 3 movies, and that was years ago, bro.
That
I
was
think that was
years
like
ago.
2016 or something like that. 2015. It was years ago, bro. They announced it, and I was just like, "Oh, what happened to that movie?" Like, I know, Buddy didn't want to play Rick Grimes anymore. Andrew Lincoln, he didn't want to play it for a while. Like, that's taxing on you, and you're doing it every fucking week for what it was damn near like a decade, bro. Like, I understand
Yeah.
it. So, but shit, let's get into this last topic, bro. We were already talking about the whole Ahsoka situation, but it leads up to what was announced. What they had been announced it, but they re-announced it again and confirmed that John Favreau, he's directing the Mandalorian movie. I believe Dave Filoni's heart is still writing. You know, of course, they got a whole writing team and all that. So I feel like that could be in good hands, but I don't know. Like, will it translate well for what it is? But I don't know. It's just a lot of things where I feel like this is kind of a experiment. Like, it seems like they testing the waters with Star Wars to do this stuff to slowly stop doing the shows for Disney Plus or slow it down. And I can see them trying to see, hey, if this works out, maybe this might help us in Marvel. And we can take notes on how to do it the right way. But I don't know. You know, what's your thoughts on this? Like, how y'all feeling?
Um, I'm kind of getting tired of trying to fill in this gap uh between the new trilogy and the first 3 movies. Like, there's so much stuff with on you. Ahsoka, you're getting the clone stories. We got Mandalorian. We get this Alkalite. Yeah, that's coming out. I just want. Actually, I don't even want anything. I don't even care about this stuff really.
I'm still using it.
It's like these shows are not hitting the target money. They're not hitting the target fans. Most of these Star Wars fans are just absolutely tired of what they're producing. Like, if I were to have full rights of all the Disney projects right now, and I'm, tasked either fixing it in some sort of way, I would literally cut the entirety of all the content that we've seen now from the newest trilogy and after would all be scrapped, rewriting the whole damn story because it's just not working with Star Wars fans. It's just not working. I'll probably do. I'll probably write TV shows and movies about the old Republic because that's some content that should be expounded upon. You only got, oh my god, what the fuck?
The hell was that?
What?
Kiki,
Going to
you echoing,
just
brother?
go in the fucking auditorium.
No, my fault.
I would write about the old Republic because the games can only do so far. What the fuck is up with your mic?
Yeah,
I'm fixing it. I'm trying to
yeah.
fix it.
Mute
No,
yourself real quick and fix your mic, brother. You got
Check
mad echo.
1, check 3. Toasty.
No,
Okay.
but continue you saying.
Yeah, I would write about the old Republic and see what the Sith and the Jedi were
We
doing. That
we have a show for that that's supposed to come out, and we have a trilogy that was supposed to come out for that. I don't know if that's still gonna keep if they're still doing it. I don't
man,
know
I
what's
haven't
going
heard
on with
any
it.
news, and I follow people who are into that, or who are into the Star Wars, and there has been nothing, not even
Mm-mm.
a hint of those type of content. The only thing now is with the Mandalorian, the Alkalide, a Ray movie. They're
Which
bringing back.
nobody asked for.
They're bringing her
Well,
back.
it's a Ray trilogy, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So more
speaking of that,
more
she's
But
getting
Ray.
paid.
nobody
She's
asked for
getting
that.
paid.
Yeah, she's getting paid
Well,
$12 million.
Oh no,
a bag
listen,
for it. And
listen.
listen,
I'm
listen.
not tripping off
You
that.
didn't ask for it, and I get and this goes back to what me and Jay Money had said like a while back, but when I was looking at the videos before I went to Star Wars Land in Disney World and going there and finding out like they had scrapped a whole prequel setup for the new trilogy because Force Awakens, bro. I don't think people fully understand. We talked about it on the pod here. People don't really understand the impact that Force Awakens had on like not only like the movies itself, but the whole fan base and the fandom.
Oh yeah, it was the
Like,
first. It was the first like piece of Star Wars stuff we like live action since 2005. The hype of
no,
that movie.
I don't mean that, Kiki. I mean in the sense of there's a lot of new Star Wars fans and some that were already fans before it, and then like you bring in a whole audience of newer kids, of course, the new generation, which is these. It's gonna be crazy thinking about this, but there's kids that love the new trilogy, whereas we hate the new trilogy, but we love the prequels. And the old heads, the originals, love the original Star Wars movies and hate the prequels. So it's just this an ongoing thing that's gonna happen. And there's a whole fandom where there's like I'm seeing it. That like the people were like, "Oh, women aren't Star Wars fans." I'm like, "Nah." There's a whole fan base, and I've seen them. They go crazy with the cosplay, and they're full on out with it. They're going to all these events and stuff. And even like the Ahsoka, they had a premiere event, whatever. They would have different, like even the one with Admiral Thrawn. They had a whole not Admiral Thrawn. They had one with Darth Vader, with Hayden Christensen when this episode came on. They had a
Mhm.
premiere there, and there's a whole fandom of just different variety of people, bro. And you may have not been asking for it, but there is people that love it. And yeah,
Of course, there's
we
always
got a
gonna be
homie
people who love
Mark Lowry.
current stuff.
Yeah,
It's just
so
a
like
matter of, is this
So
profitable? Because they've
so
been losing money.
do you think that it'll be the same like with that ongoing thing where like how we hate the new trilogy, the current trilogy, and but we love the prequels. Do you think that that thing will continue?
Yeah,
I don't know, cause like look at it. Last Jedi, even though people hate on it and shit on it, and listen, I admit it's a bad Star Wars film. I really think if it wasn't a Star Wars film, it probably may have got love. Like Ryan Johnson has, he does some good stuff and he does some real dumb shit, right? But it made a lot of money. Solo hurt because of that movie, and it's also fatigue because they were dropping the movies like that was relatively close, bro. Like let's see, when did Force Awakens come out? Let's look at this, bro. Let's look at the
2015.
timeline. Had to have been 2015, 2014. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look. Force Awakens release date. Yep, December 18th, 2015. And then it was what 2017, I think was last Jedi. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. December 15th, 2017 was Last Jedi. That's 2 years apart. That's too soon, bruh.
Yeah.
That's way too soon. And I get it. Like we were waiting for it and hyped up for it, but that's way too soon. And keep in mind, it was like two Star Wars movie each each year, I believe, or like let's see, Solo release date. Solo came out in May of 2018. That's a few months from watching Last Jedi, and that leaves a sour taste in people's mouth. And also people are fatigued because it's like, all right, this is getting to be too fucking much.
Yeah.
If they don't release them that close, and give it some time to breathe, you might be good. Because look at this, Rise of Skywalker came out the year later, 2019.
Yeah.
That's too soon. If they keep it to where it's like, I say 3 to 4 years, it's all good, bro. You're not you're not milking it at this point. And if you sit there and take the time it is that you need with the right director, don't change directors for your films, then they'll be all right. But I think Mandalorian, they might be in good hands because I mean it's Jon Favreau. Like he cares about it and Dave Filoni cares about it. But the only gripe I have with them is that they love westerns and that's fire. But if they do another desert planet, brother, I'm gonna have an issue because they do that in every show that they do in a movie, and it's like, all right, like do something else, bro. Like, you got a full on sci-fi galaxy. Show us some cool different planets, not the same desert stuff, bro. Like Tatooine, like we get it, bro. But I see what y'all mean though. Like as far as like hardcore stuff, nobody like y'all feel like y'all don't want this. A lot of people don't want that. Want this Ray trilogy, and I can understand nobody wanted the Mandalorian movie.
Now, see, Saint, what you saying right there? I need you to tell Lindare that because we was having a discussion about it. We was having a discussion, and he was all like, "Bro, nobody want this Miss Marvel stuff, bro." And I'm like, "Bro, we just want people, bro. Like Miss Marvel got fans regardless of like." Or regardless, bro. Like she has fans. So I appreciate you putting the Star Wars perspective for me. What do you want, Gabe?
Yeah, there's fans everywhere. It's just, are they coming out to support, the content? And the data suggests they aren't. That's why Disney
Yeah,
is in big trouble when they're making these films for a small group of people. Now that's what I kind of like focus on. Like I don't care as much as like what's the writing. I care about how they're targeting their audience, which is they're not they're not getting the old heads or the old fan base, because there's more of those guys than there is the new guys. So if they were just to focus on what the old fans want, they would be more successful. But as we know it now, they don't plan that. Like the next 5 years ahead, they're not planning any of that. So they're gonna get hit severely because of it. Like
I
no one
can't even
asked
say
for an
that they're not
acolyte.
planning. I think like a lot of the writers don't communicate with each other either. But the Star Wars, for the most part, they seem like they've been on the same like page. Like other than Andor, I haven't watched it. Like I watched like maybe
Supposedly that
two
was a sleeper.
episodes.
They
Yeah, it was
said
one of
that,
those sleepers.
they still say to this day that's probably the best. Like outside of Mando, that's probably the best Star Wars content we didn't got in a while.
Yeah, because they gave the director freedom, and it's the reason I didn't watch it is because like the director like straight up said he doesn't even like Star Wars, and I was like, ooh, I'm trying to get off this. That just rubbed me the wrong way, but like I'll try to give it a chance when I won't because I'm not subscribing to Disney Plus. They can't get my money. But yeah,
Star Wars movies online.
allegedly. But yeah, that's all my thoughts on it. And if y'all don't have any more thoughts, any shameless plugs or any more topics you want to say
She,
before we
if I
close
make
out?
a Star Wars character, it's gonna be some force wielder from a different galaxy, and he's like, you know what? I don't like y'all force wielders. I'm gonna destroy everyone.
I
Sith
mean,
and Jedi. I'm going to annihilate everyone and
I mean,
implement a new structure of the Force.
I
Wouldn't
mean,
that
you
be
might. I
weird?
mean, you gonna have
There,
to take it
Wolf,
over.
Wolf, do you know who you?
no.
No, Wolf. Do you know who you're describing? I don't think you get who you're describing, bro.
Who am
Because
I
this is
describing?
happening. First of all, you're describing Darth Vader.
Literally.
Right off rip, you're describing Kylo Ren, who literally tried to do that, killing Snoke. That was really the original plan, but
Well,
switching directors to
someone
fuck that
even
up.
more powerful that is
Palpatine
not in that
literally.
like universe that wants to come and enact a new force. No light, no dark. Like all of that is gone. All that structure, that religion or whatever ideology that they have in the Star Wars, it's completely annihilated, and there's a new implementation of a different like force understanding. Like I want to have some villain that both sides have to fight against. Now that's interesting. That
I mean,
I would
technically that's Thrawn, but it's not Thrawn because I mean,
Braun. Oh, yeah, it's a blue guy. It's like Elon.
because he's not a Jedi, he's not a Sith, but he's still a threat to the whole fucking universe.
Literally.
He hasn't done
And
much,
that's
right?
really good.
Has he done anything? Like
Yeah.
big?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
he in hiding?
You gotta watch Rebels, but yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That's why that's the issue there.
I'm getting spark notes.
Just go on YouTube, brother. That's all I've done.
Yeah.
Rebels and Clone Wars. and I told Kiki this. Like I'm not. No offense. Like I've seen the badass fights way years ago, but it's just like, listen, I'm not gonna watch this kiddie show, right? I needed to pick up where it's kind of like, at least like adult or teenage wise, not this kiddie like.
I mean,
shit, bro. I can't.
I mean,
I'm too old for that.
That's if you watch Rebels. Clone Wars, especially since it got George Lucas involvement in it, that's the most adult animated thing you'll get from Star Wars outside of what was that one? Tales of the Jedi. Now I don't. Now Rebels, that Disney poop. I'll never forget, and this is when I really just was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch Rebels. When this dude Wolf, he was like, I didn't watch a couple episodes of Rebels, and half the shit that they get into, they should be dead from. Like, if this was live action, they'd be dead. Once you said that,
lightsabers don't mean shit anymore.
I was like, yeah, I ain't watching this like no more.
I mean, Darth Maul survived getting his fucking whole body cut off, and Anakin survived being burnt alive and legs cut off. So I mean, you gotta like kind of like
with all that stuff. But Darth Maul, man, how's this man shit?
He's a Sith, bro. And listen, and Palpatine cloned himself, and there's nothing new. I mean,
God.
it's been that's been in legends.
Snook is like there's thousands of Snooks.
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is, but.
Like what the
hey
fuck?
Man, any shameless plugs or Kiki? What's the next episode for your podcast, bro?
Next episode gonna be Saturday. I'm still thinking on the topic, but most likely than not, it's probably gonna be something comic related. Oh no! I'm probably gonna talk about the Ultimate Spider-Man, like the comic, the one that just dropped. Probably gonna talk about
Bearded
that.
Parker.
Yes, and my overall expectations and projections for it, stuff like that, man. So,
Wolf, you got any shameless plugs?
Not today.
Any streams? Any collabs you doing, brother?
Oh, nothing there.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all in the next episode, man. Peace.
Not today, Zed.